Hey, what's up, guys? So this is Ujjwal Kumar Sen, and you're watching Ujjwal Kumar Sen YouTube channel. That is Ujjwal Kumar Sen English YouTube channel, obviously, right? So in this session, you are going to learn about 20 questions from question number 121 to question number 140, and one good news I'm going to share with you as well. So let's get started with question number 121. So what type of process the change in internal energy is equal to the heat transfer? So let's just convert this language into mathematical form. The language statement we have to convert into mathematical form. What is saying? du is equal to dq. Now after looking at this, we can remember a equation that is we got from first law of thermodynamics. What is that? dq is equal to du plus dw. Now look at both the equation. From the second equation, you can say that it is possible, the first equation is possible if dw is equal to 0. When dw equal to 0, let's just write this work done in another way. That is what we know, that dw is equal to pdv, and here dv can be 0 if volume is constant. What is the name of volume? Constant volume process, that is isochoric. Another name of constant volume process is isometric process. So answer for this question will be what, my dear? Option D is the correct answer. Now let's move on to the question number 121. An engine operates between temperature limits of 900 Kelvin and T2, and another between T2 and 400 Kelvin. For both to be equally efficient, the value of T2 will be, what will be the value of T2? Now my dear, we have two cases for this. One is for same work done, another one is for same efficiency, and it is very commonly asked question in competitive examination. So whenever we have same work done, then T2 is equal to what? T1 plus T3 by 2. Whenever, my dear, we have same efficiency, then T2 is equal to what? T1 multiple T3 power 1 by 2. That means 900 multiple 400 power 1 by 2 will be what, my dear? 600 Kelvin. So answer for this question will be what, my dear? Option B is the correct answer for this question. Question number 123. How with condensation of a mixture consisting of saturated liquid and saturated vapor is represented on an enthalpy entropy diagram? So enthalpy entropy diagram means what is talking about? Molear chart or Molear diagram. So let's draw that. This is enthalpy, this is entropy. The line should be like this and this should be like this, because these two lines, pressure constant lines, right, you will see like diverging, right? It is getting away from each other. So this one is what? Critical point. In between the dome we have wet region, but these lines having, my dear, constant pressure as well as constant temperature. So just look at the structure of these lines. These lines are inclined but having constant slope, right? Therefore the answer for this question will be what, my dear? Option D is the correct answer. Now let's move on to the question number 124. If a Carnot cycle operates between temperature 1800 Kelvin and 1000 Kelvin, what will be the lowest heat rejection per kilowatt per net output of the engine? Now my dear, very important question. We have to use both the concept in terms of temperature as well as in terms of heat. So first of all, we need to understand this language. It is talking about what, my dear? What will be the lowest heat rejection? That means we have to find out heat at sink. Where is that? Let's see. This is a diagram of what? Heat engine. So it is talking about this one. We have to find out. We will have sink here, right? Here we got source and this is work done. So it is talking about if there is 1 kilowatt work done, what will be sink heat, right? Means heat rejection when we have temperature ranges this much. So first of all, we have to find out efficiency in terms of temperature, then we have to equal that efficiency in terms of heat. Then we can easily find out what is the value of sink temperature, sink heat, right? Alright, so efficiency is how much, my dear? T1 minus T2 by T1. What is the meaning of T1? Higher temperature. So here you can say that higher temperature, what, my dear? 1800 minus 1000, right, by 1800. So what is the value we are getting? Let me just find out, then I will tell you. 800 by 1000. This is, oh my god, it is 80%. Alright, now 80% is we are getting, right? T1 minus T2. Okay, just a second. No, I'm doing some mistake. 1800 minus 1000 by 1800 aega. Okay, it's, I'm sorry, it's 44%. There's some problem, right? Yeah, so 44% I am getting efficiency. Now efficiency is what, my dear? Output upon input. So we have already given output, that is what? 1 kilowatt. We have to find out input. So Q1 is equal to what, my dear? 1 kilowatt division 44% means 0.44, right? So 1 division 0.44 is how much? 2.27 kilowatt. This is Q1. Now, my dear, just look at the diagram, heat engine diagram. From diagram we can easily understand what it is saying. Work done is 1 kilowatt, heat input is 2.27. So what is the value of Q2, my dear? Difference between these two, that is what? 1.27 kilowatt. So the closest answer you can see in the option, that is option number C, is the correct answer for this question. I hope you understood. Question number 125. Equal volumes of different perfect gases at same temperature and pressure content. My dear, this is actually the definition of Avogadro's hypothesis. It is saying equal volumes of different perfect gases at same temperature and pressure, it will have equal number of molecules. So the answer for this question is what? B. Generally we study this topic, about this topic, whenever we study about ideal gas laws or ideal gas laws equations, we study about that. We generally we got this concept, right? Avogadro's hypothesis or Avogadro's law. Now let's move on to question number 126. Orsett apparatus, the pyrogallic acid is used to, okay, my dear, this is, if you know the fact you can write the answer, if you don't know you cannot write, right? So it will absorb oxygen, and this is apparatus, my dear, we use to find out content of different gases in a gas sample. Let me share with you more about it. That's why if you will face question related to Orsett apparatus, you can able to answer that question easily. So let's move on. So as I said to you, my dear, Orsett apparatus, it is used to analyze gases content in gas sample. Example, fossil fuel gas. And what type of gases we find out? How much ratio of oxygen, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. Now here is the important facts again for you. Potassium hydroxide, carbon dioxide, pyrogallic for oxygen, and copper chloride for carbon monoxide. So carbon dioxide, potassium hydroxide is also known as what, my dear? Caustic potash, right? So it is very important, my dear. Question number 127. Entropy change depends on. My dear, whenever they are asking question in language, just try to write the formula of it. So we know that ds is equal to what? dq upon t. Now we can see how it is. I mean, entropy change depends on which factor, you can see easily, that is what? dq. That means change in heat transfer. Question number 128. This is an amazing question already asked in SSC JEE. I will ask you to solve this question after telling you some concept. We know that Carnot region is what? 75%. If the cycle direction is reversed, COP of the reverse Carnot cycle is, my dear, here it is not saying about heat pump or refrigerator. So you have to find out, you have to tell me in the comment box which engine or which device you will consider for this question, heat pump or refrigerator. And the relation also I am sharing with you. 1 plus COP of refrigerator is equal to COP of heat pump is equal to, my dear, 1 by efficiency of heat engine. Thus use the relationship, you can find the answer. But which device you will consider for this case, refrigerator or heat pump? That is the main question for this, that is the main thing you need to understand for this question. So let me guys know in the comment section what is the answer you are getting. You are getting either A or C. If you are using refrigerator, you will get C. If you are using heat pump, you will get 1.33, that means A. So we have to just understand that use whatever sources you are having. Just try to write the answer in the comment box. Let's see how many people are watching this video till now. Now my dear, let me tell you one amazing thing that I said to you earlier. We have launched test series for NLC, right? If you're watching this video other time, maybe you will find out in the examination, you can see the link in the description for test series, right? Always see the link in the description for test series. But right now, NLC, we have launched test series for NLC. Non-tech test series, my dear, you will get, how many test series will be there? 65 plus will be there. Topic wise, full length, subject wise. Price is very nominal. Just check the link in the description. And for technical, mechanical, we are providing 10 full length test. Price is again very minimum. Just check the description. For non-tech, description you will check in the description. For tech, you will check in the description. For non-tech, I will provide the link in the first comment for your ease. That's why you can get the test series as soon as possible. Now guys, let's move to the question number 129. Control volume is, so this is the definition again. If you know the definition, you can write the answer. An isolated system, a closed system, but heat and work can cross the boundary. A specific amount of mass in shape, and fixed region in space where mass, heat and work can cross the boundary of that region. So answer for this question is what, my dear? D. A fixed region in space where mass, heat and work can cross the boundary of that region. Question number 130. Which of the following are intensive properties? So what is the meaning of intensive properties, my dear? It is not depend on mass, right? So we have to find out which term is not depend on mass. Now kinetic energy, kinetic energy half mv square. That means it is depend on mass. Specific enthalpy. Enthalpy is what, my dear? Stored energy. So remember one thing. Any type of energy is an extensive property. If it is saying specific enthalpy, that means it is enthalpy by mass. So extensive by extensive is known as what? Intensive property. Therefore option number 2 is the what, my dear? Intensive property. Now pressure. What is the formula for pressure? Force upon area. Again, force is extensive property, area is extensive property. So extensive by extensive, what, my dear? Intensive property. So pressure is an intensive property. Now entropy. What is entropy? ds is equal to dq upon t. It is also type of energy transfer, as you can say that, because of temperature difference, right? That means it is also an extensive property. So only these two are intensive property among all the 4. So answer for this question will be what, my dear? Option B is the correct answer for this question. Question number 131. The sequence of process that eventually returns the working substance to its original state is known as, very important. Just look at the cycle PV diagram. Let me know, my dear, in the comment section which cycle I am drawing right now. In this cycle you will see it is returning the point where it is started. That's why I told you, my dear, this is what thermodynamic cycle. So option B is the correct answer for this question. Let's see the answer also. Yes, option B is the correct answer for this question. Question number 132. According to kinetic theory of gases at absolute zero, what will happen in case of absolute zero? Kinetic energy of molecules related to becomes zero. That means option B is the correct answer. Why? Because in this case molecules will not move. Its velocity will be zero, right? That is why. And its molecule's velocity will be 0, my dear, then we can say that kinetic energy equal to half mv square. V equal to 0 means kinetic energy will be 0. So question number 132, answer would be, my dear, would be answer, that is what, option B is the correct answer for this question. Now let's move to question number 133. According to Gay-Lussac law for perfect gases, absolute pressure of given mass varies directly. Okay, so if you're talking about Gay-Lussac law, my dear, it is saying about pressure is directly proportional to T, volume is constant. That means option C is the correct answer. If you're talking about Boyle's law, PV is equal to constant. If you're talking about Charles' law, V proportional to T, that means V upon T is equal to constant. Here you can say that P upon T is equal to constant. Combining all the laws, my dear, what will happen? P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2, right? So this is an amazing thing. Question number 134. 3 states of matter are distinguished with respect to molecules by the this is an amazing question, my dear, amazing question. So by the, my what, very, very important, right? 3 states of matter are distinguished with respect to molecules by the, how we can able to, my dear, distinguish, that is what, character of motion. Option D is the correct answer for this question. Question number 135. Equal volume of all gases at the same temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. This is according to, my dear, as I said to you earlier, right? Even a little bit earlier, I told you about Avogadro's hypothesis. It is saying, my dear, definition of Avogadro's hypothesis, right? Therefore, answer for this question is what? Option B is the correct answer for this question. Question number 136. A reversible process must pass through a continuous series of equilibrium states, leave no history of the events in the surroundings, must pass through the same states on the reversed path as on the forward path. My dear, if you look at all the options, my dear, all these are correct for the reversible process. Therefore, option D is the correct answer for this question. Question number 137. Extensive property of a system is one whose value depends on mass of the system, like volume, does not depend on the mass of the system, like temperature, pressure. Okay, my dear, you know that. What is an extensive property? It is depend on mass. That means option A is the correct answer, right? Whenever we are seeing option like one option is correct, then always look at one another thing, that is what is there any option given all of this, then you need to remember, you need to read all the points, otherwise you can mark that answer, right? Question number 138. Total number of substance is known as, total number of substance is known as, right? Total heat, not number, I'm sorry, total heat of a substance is known as, right? So my dear, heat, what is it? Is talking about heat, right? It is known as what, my dear? We know that what, my dear, Q is equal to U plus PV, and also in that H is equal to what? U plus PV. So it will be equal to what, my dear? It will be equal to enthalpy. Question number 139. A system will be thermodynamic equilibrium only if it is in thermal equilibrium, mechanical equilibrium, all, my dear, you know that, thermal, mechanical, chemical. So option D is the correct answer for this question. Question number 140. Temperature of substances like pressure, properties of substance, I'm sorry, properties of substances like pressure, temperature, density in thermodynamic coordinates are. So my dear, all these are properties, and properties are, my dear, what? Point function. So therefore what, my dear? Option B is the correct answer. Pressure, temperature and density, my dear, all are intensive properties, right? Remember, pressure, temperature and density. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Bye bye, see you soon, God bless you, and take care and enjoy your life. And one more thing guys, if you're looking for NLC test series, check in the description for non-tech and technical mechanical. For link for technical non-tech, I have put in the first comment. Go for it, write down, buy the test series and write test series. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye, see you soon.